This experiment is about density, and we're going to determine the density of an unknown metal, the density of water, and an unknown liquid as well. We're going to start with our metal, but to do the metal, we have to use water displacement to get the volume of the metal. So we're going to start by putting some water into our graduated cylinder, and not very full, just a little bit. And we're going to read off that volume, and that will be your data point A, and it will be in milliliters. Now when I tell you the A, you should have some numbers given to you, and A refers to a number on that sheet. So you need to keep track of A is like the volume of the water to start, and then B is the mass, and this is going to be the mass of everything on here. It's the graduated cylinder with this water that we're using for the metal part of the experiment. Next, we took that same graduated cylinder and we added this metal into it. And the metal displaces the water, so the water level rises up, and we're going to measure that. So we're going to measure this, read off this volume. This will be your data point D. So they may not be in order, watch for that. It is in milliliters, and this volume is the volume of the metal and the water combined. And of course, we're going to get the mass here. This will be our C. It's in grams. And it is the mass of the graduated cylinder with the metal and the water. From those numbers, you should be able to get the density of the metal. You'll have to figure out the volume of the metal first, and then the mass of the metal, and you'll divide to get the density as shown in the notes. Next, on the experiment, we're going to determine the density of water. On this one, we need the mass of the empty graduated cylinder. So nothing's in there. This mass is our data point E. And of course, it's in grams. Next, we have water in our graduated cylinder, almost full, but not all the way. This volume is our data point F. So that is the volume of the water, and of course it is in milliliters. This mass is our data point G, and that includes the graduated cylinder and the water. So we're going to have to subtract to get the mass of just the water. And from that, you can calculate the density of water. Next, we're going to look at our unknown liquid. And this may look like water. It's clear or colorless, but it is not. It's another kind of liquid, and different people will get a different one. So the first thing we're going to do is to put a lot of liquid in there and determine its volume. Its volume is data point H, and that is in milliliters. Its mass that we measure off our balance is going to be our data point I, and that is measured, of course, in grams. And this is a capital I. Okay, and with that data, you can determine the density of your unknown liquid. We are not giving you data for the second trial of anything. You're going to do just one trial.